Hi, my name is Dr. Brandon Sigmund, and welcome back to another Facebook Live here at Core Chiropractic. I'm here today to talk to my golfers that are out there, and one of the most common questions that I get when they come into our clinic is really, how do I help my posture to fix my golf swing? And one of the most common postures that people have whenever they are addressing the ball is something that's called S posture. So S posture is when people address the ball, they have too much curve here into their lower back. Sometimes people will say, hey, maybe it's just I'm carrying a little bit too much weight in the front. It can be a number of different things, but there are things that can be easily addressed and you can fix them. And this S posture is a combination of a couple of things, and it leads to having issues, specifically what's called like lower cross syndrome. So lower cross syndrome is where you have too weak of your abdominals, you have weak glutes, or like a weak top bottom, you have a tight lower back, and you have tight hip flexors. So a lot of my golfers that are out there, they typically work at a desk for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. So they're always going to have issues where they have tight hip flexors and they have tight lower backs. These are two things you want to make sure that you get addressed with some good common stretches that you can find on our website, and get those fixed so that way you can have a better posture when you address the ball. Otherwise, if you always have the tight hip flexors and the tight lower back, you're going to have issues where the muscles get too tight. You get really dependent on the joints into the lower back, and they tend to kind of just shear together to the point to where you go around the hole 9, 10. You try to make that turn going into the back 9, and then you just can't go any further. The back pain gets to be too bad, and you just have to stop. I don't want you to do that. You're spending $50 to $60 going to these golf courses, and you're quitting halfway through because you don't want to work on your posture and stretching out these muscles in order to help your golf swing. So going along with doing some stretches for that lower back, which can be something as simple as laying on the ground and just flattening out your lower back. When you flatten out that lower back and you kind of push that spine into the ground and kind of flatten that spine, you'll engage the abdominals as well. So it's almost like a twofer. So you're stretching the lower back, but you're also engaging the abdominals. Engaging those abdominals is huge when it comes to your golf swing, because not only is the core absolutely needed to have a better golf swing, but it also protects your lower back from having any pain. So the other thing that you want to work on as far as from a strengthening standpoint is your glutes. So glutes are the king of the swing. Whenever I was going through my course with TPI, it's the Titleist Performance Institute, and in order for you to have a good golf swing, you have to have good glutes. Because good glutes gives you good hip mobility, it gives you less lower back stress, and it allows you to come through the ball much better and more clean. So in order to work on those glutes, to do something very, very simple for strengthening, is doing nothing more than what are called step-ups. So a step-up can be anything from you finding like a small stool, something that you have when you're at home. That's just about, no more than about maybe a foot off of the ground, and you just step up on it and come up and step up on it and do it again. If you want to walk stairs, that's the easiest thing that you can do and the most conventional for strengthening the glutes. There's a lot of different exercises that are out there, but I find that to be one of the easiest ones. That way you don't have to go to a gym in order to work out your glutes. Another one that you can do is simple, like walking lunges. So walking lunges is nothing more than going to a simple lunge stance, going and leaning forward almost to where one knee is touching the ground, and you just come back up. And you want to just kind of feel yourself kind of squeeze those glutes together a little bit when you're doing the exercise, so that you know that they're engaging, and you strengthen those over time. So many people want to go out there and they want to play all these golf rounds, and they do nothing more than they get out of their car, they get their clubs, and they go straight to the golf range. They go to the golf range, they hit a few balls, and then they think they're good to go. One of the biggest things that you can do for yourself is doing the stretching and the strengthening exercises before you go to the golf course. Some of the best golfers in the world, from people like Ricky Fowler to Jordan Spieth, all these guys are making sure they have some type of a pre-game routine or a pre-round routine that's just more than hitting balls, but it's doing these exercises so that way they can have that good stability into their lower back, so that way they're not constantly putting all that stress onto the back when they're continually making these pretty vicious swings where they're swinging clubs more than 150 miles per hour. So you just want to make sure that you're doing this kind of a pre-game routine before you get out there on the golf course. it's just like when you see a track athlete. You see a track athlete going out there, he's stretching his hamstrings out, he's doing the things that are beneficial for him, so that way when he goes and does his race, he doesn't tear anything. He doesn't get any kind of an injury. So it's no different than that. I mean, we're all athletes. We want to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the best position possible in order to complete our game or complete our round of golf. So simple things. You want to help combat that lower cross syndrome. You want to strengthen the abdominals, strengthen the glutes. You want to stretch that lower back out, and you want to stretch your hip flexors. If you need any help on these exercises, make sure that you ask your chiropractor when you go into the office or when you ask me when you come in. You can also go to our website. Our website is loaded with tons of good exercises, tons of stretches that can help you out and get you back out there on the course, not having any issues down the road that prevent you from being able to play the game that you love. Also consult your chiropractor, because when you have these problems with lower cross syndrome and this dysfunctioning, getting adjusted is something great. It will help those muscles loosen up even more, keep those joints motioning, functioning the way that they should, keeping the pressure off the nerves. That way you don't have any lower back pain and you can continue to play that great game of golf. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Come back here next Thursday at 1 o'clock for more great information here from Core Chiropractic, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.